a lake called Uli Marta. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Aboriginal term, but I read, and we'll have a look, there's more information up here, but I read that it was the main water source. It smells too, but I read it was the main water source for Katanning district, but that can't be right anymore, because look, we'll have a look. It looks nearly empty, and it looks more like a salt plain now than a water reserve. I thought they said it was mostly full all year round, but it don't look like the case to me. Anyway, we'll take it for a walk. Oh, Barnes, will you stop it, mate? So it talks about the wildlife here and such. Unfortunately, it's no longer found here. Oh, the oblong turtle. Oblong turtle was a common inhabitant and valuable food source. Unfortunately, it's no longer found here as the lake become hypersaline. Oh, right. Well, they need to update their they need to update their information on the information form, I think, in Katanning, because I'm sure that I read it said it was an important water source for the district, but I don't know whether it's much of a water source now. It's a damn shame, really, isn't it, to see? It could just be natural occurrence. Who knows? But I did read that many years ago they had salinity problems where the salt plain was being forced to the surface because the amount of irrigation water getting into the soil was actually bringing the water table up, or something like that. You know, I can't remember exactly. See, I'll tell you what, guys, for April, yeah, this way, she's cold. Let's see, what have we got here? What's that? Jeez. Well, you can see here water sports, bird watching, and bushwalks, and they got a photo of. Geez, how different does that look? Look at the difference. Got people canoeing out, the trees sticking out. Got a ski boat on there, bolting along, and it even looks like sand on the on the bank. It certainly don't look like that now. What does it say? The lake is popular for many water sports. In wet years, it is home to water skiing, jet skiing, windsurfing, sailing. October, December, when water levels permit. On early summer evenings, it is common to see ski boats head home as the Albany Doctor rolls in. Albany Doctor, that's the sea breeze they're talking about, guys. Like the Fremantle Doctor that comes in down in Perth. But generally, the levels in the lake are often too low for powerboats. Oh, okay. Well, it must. Wow. Oh, there's a ski ramp, boat ramp up there. Well, it must change a fair bit then. It must come up. They must get quite a bit of water coming in here, and there you go. Well, that's interesting. So the other thing that we'll just come up here and have one read of this sign up here, but I'm not sure what the deal is with 1080 around here, so I've got Barnes on a short lead. European settlement. Now, I did see a bit about this in Katanning. I'm going to call in Katanning tomorrow, and it's quite a town. Europe once had a bustling settlement. Oh, so this area here once had a bustling settlement driven by the arrival of the railway. School opened in 1905. historic stories have been published about the school. Telling students descendants still farm here today. Oh my goodness. I love my Australian history. Today a stone marks the concrete slabs of where the school is. Oh, it must be around here somewhere. It's just cloudy and cold, guys. I've only got a short sleeve shirt on. I've only got this short sleeve shirt on. Thought it was going to turn into a nice day. It's been drizzling. And I've got to tell you, I'm freezing. Oh, she's cold. When I say cold, it's probably about 17 degrees, which is cold for me being in Queensland. Well, coming from Queensland. I'm not used to the cold weather anymore. Okay, but apart from all the yibby yabber, the jibber jabber, they have really good facilities here. They have these sitting areas and that, but apparently you can overnight here. And if I had known this, I wouldn't have stayed another night in Gnowangerup. I only paid for an extra night yesterday, and if I had known this, I would have come in here and stayed the night, because it would be a stunning stay in and even more so with the weather conditions. But you know, waking up to the lake and that, quite amazing. Anyway guys, we'll just take a walk up the other end. See some people down there with me walking down in the mud. How you going? Not too bad. It's not much of a lake at the moment, is it? They water ski on it in summer apparently. So up here you can see there's a couple of vans parked up here. It's a really nice little spot. Well, obviously when they were, we must be, I can't remember now, so I've been away from WA so long, I can't remember when the rainy season is, and you know, when the dry spell is. And I imagine that, I know they've had some rain around there. I see dams with some water in, but I don't know how much they've had, but I imagine we're entering into the dry part of the year. Big on these sculptures around here. That's kind of cool, really. Oh, what does it say? It's got a plaque there. Oh, so it talks about the Aboriginal people. They have a lot of that here. They spend a lot of time for the Indigenous groups around here to give them recognition. So this is the Wanju, Nidja, Noongar. Oh well, the Noongar tribe actually used to be around Guildford too, or the outskirts of Guildford where we were growing up. But our families come from far and wide. This is our people's camping place, where we lived and hunted off the land and the lake. We'd like to invite you to partake. Oh, so what they ask you to do, oh that's interesting. What they ask you to do is if you're going to go into the water, obviously you wouldn't be doing that now. It's more of a clay pan. That lady went to take a step in and nearly lost a shoe. But they ask you to before you go into the water, go down to the water, take a scoop of sand, tell them who you are and where you're from, say where you are and where you're from, and then throw the sand into the water to allow the lake and the people of this area to welcome you. Huh, very interesting. So here's another little nice site. It's a cracker. I wish I had known about this. I would have stayed here, but I am coming back up through Katanning again when I head to our Kalgoorlie way and that. I'm going to swing around here again because I actually want to stop in Katanning, but I haven't got time at this stage. I've got to slip down to Albany and I've got to be in Augusta by the 7th. But as you can see, there's two caravans parked over there. One of them's unhitched and going for a bit of a drive. They must be together. They must all went to one car. But that's a big game. I wouldn't be leaving my camper there, I can tell you. Wanju, Nidja, Noongar, Booja. Welcome to Noongar country. Oh, it says it here again. we would like you to partake in the sand ceremony, which signifies you becoming a part of our values and beliefs at Lake Ulaanbaatar. I hope I pronounced that somewhere near correct. Before entering the water, please take a handful of sand, tell the lake your name and where you're from, and throw sand into the water. The Noongar families are attending 2016. Yeah, the Noongar families, they're quite widespread. My pop used to tell me about them all the time. I'm just doing a whiz because Barnes decided to tangle himself up. No, Barnes, you're not running around here. I've got no idea what's about. Okay. So that's the lake in its present state, but on all accounts, how well maintained and set up this is. And Bart thinks it's the beach. He wants to run along the beach, but he ain't written down there in the mud, I'll tell you right now. And when that mud gets down there like that and gets dry, it becomes pus. And you get a little nick in anywhere or a little cut, and it'll rot your foot off with some sort of horrible infection. That's my experience in Queensland anyway. WA may be different. This way, Barnes. Come on, we're going. Okay. There you go, guys. I found that quite interesting. I hope you guys did. She'd be a great spot, great recreational spot in when the lake's up. But, even now it's quite beautiful. But there is a bit of a smell, and I suspect that's that mud that's being exposed. We used to get it in the mud after the floods. But anyway, worthwhile calling in. Only 17 kilometres, I think, out of Katanning, which makes it probably, I don't know, 35 kilometres or something out of Gnowangerup. But it was worth the stop. Cheers, guys. So the weather hasn't changed much in the last year, guys. We've just called into a little spot. It's just out of Gnowangerup, actually, called Mineral Springs. I have pram access. I have no idea what it's all about, apart from obviously there's a spring, but I didn't know whether we were going to come in here and see little baths you could jump into or what, but that's not the case. But yeah, so that must be where the spring comes out of the ground. Oh yeah, right. So natural spring. There used to be one of these not far from, no more than 100 metres from our house when I lived in WA as a kid. And we used to have this permanent little lake, mini little lake, that we used to go down and catch tadpoles and that in. Anyway, that's where the spring is up there. So natural mineral spring, and they've got it so it runs down here. Let's go and have a look and see what's over here. Come, Barnes, come this way. I'm very aware of the bush in WA. Oh, there must be another one over here. Barnes, stop pulling, mate. Stay close. No, it's definitely a mineral spring. Look at the colour. Must be bringing some more out of the ground. Oh, that looks like it might have been tapped at some time. But you can see the water flowing out of there. Yeah, she's definitely got some minerals in her. Look at the colour. Must be some ore down there. But this way. But it flows down. I tell you what, there's a lot of bird life over here. I've forgotten how much. The number of kookaburras and eagles, wedgies and that I've seen is unreal. More so than I've seen in other parts of Australia gone around. Oh, she's running down and oh, there's a little habitat down there. Never ceases to amaze me, you know, how our world, this way Barnes, There's all these, you know, how our planet has all these natural things. I mean, look at that water, it's just running out of the ground. I wonder if there's any heat in it. I wonder what's forcing it up. Just shows that how much, you know, there's billions of litres of water underground, eh? Let's go and have a look and see if it's got any, if there's any temperature in it. No, it's cold. She's cold as if she's coming out the tap. Out of the in-ground tank at home. Jeez, she's flowing at a fair rate. I wonder where it goes from here. But again, Gnowangerup's done itself proud. I tell you what, these little country towns in West Australia, they're you know, I haven't got perfect recollection of a lot of the areas, but we're going to call into Katanning tomorrow on the way, slip around to Albany, and on the way to Albany, and there's a train station there, and we took a quick run through there this morning, but we didn't stop because we're going to stop tomorrow. But there's an old train station there, and they've marked it as, you know, historical. But as soon as I seen it, I suddenly remembered that I came to Gnowangerup with me nan. Actually, I'll tell that story tomorrow when we call in. I have no idea what these shelters are all about. This natural spring. I don't know why those shells there, not a little bit shallow for a van or something. It must be sheltered for something. I wonder if it says anything up here. Come on, Barnes, this way. That'd be a nice little spot there just to have a bit of a picnic lunch. Sit there on that bench, a little bit of a drink, water flowing in the background. It's quite nice actually for what it is. This way, Barnes. No, this way. I'm trying to train Barnes to unhook himself. No, other way. Other way, quick. Good boy. Well done, mate. Those ants were giving you a bit of a hurry on. Tram access. Well, it doesn't say anything about those shelters. I have no idea what they're for. This way, mate. Unusual. And they've got these posts sticking off the end. I've got no idea what they're about. Big car park. Typical country town. The young fellas coming out, finding a bit of dirt, doing donuts, having a few drinks. No doubt that hasn't changed over the years. Yeah, I have no idea what those shelters are for. That's about 2 minutes off the road, and about 5 minutes out of the centre of Gnowangerup, I'd say. Alright guys, we'll move on. You ready to go, Barnes? Stop scratching. I only gave you a thing the other day. You right to go, Barnes? Hey, you right to go? Yep.